The following episode contains references to abandonment and murder, as well as background whispers and screaming. A full list of content notes, as well as a description of every notable character in this episode, can be found in the episode's description. Friends. I'm Emily, and my pronouns are she, they, and today I'm running a game, and I'm terrified. We're playing Girl Underground, written by Lauren McManaman and Jesse Ross. What are your names and pronouns, players?
Hello, my name is Ari, she, her.
I am Tom, he, him.
I'm Callie, my pronouns are she, her.
And I, the one who waited out everyone else in a sign of superiority.
Wow, you.
I was gonna wait for you, and then I thought, no, this is awkward. So I took the bullet. Therefore, I am the superior one.
I won!
And I win whatever challenge was just set by you.
I won at Podcast Chicken!
No, that's not... I was polite.
Exactly.
This is an outrage. We haven't begun the session yet, and I'm already mad at you.
Good, I'm glad.
Why? Why did you do this?
I'm gonna change my character to a whale. F*** you.
No, don't do
not
that.
allowed.
Sorry, just a whale head. I got it wrong. But my head is an entire whale.
That's even worse, because then it's gonna be mismatched with the body, and then it's just gonna be, like, weird, because whale heads are big, because whales are big.
It's gonna be a tiny body, like a tiny body, and the big...
What if it's reversed? What if it's like a really tiny whale head on a normal person-sized body?
Oh, that's so cute!
This is what you give to me after I was polite and let you win the game of Podcast Chicken.
Yes, and I'm Kyle. He, him. Hey, Emily, how does the game we play start?
So, Girl Underground helps you tell the story of a curious girl and her strange companions as they travel through a wondrous world, complete a quest, and find the way back home. Throughout the journey, the girl learns about herself, discovers the values that are important to her, and challenges the world around her. She has manners, which are things that young ladies have to conform to and that she does not necessarily, and beliefs that come from defying those manners. Each person has their character, and then we cycle through who plays the character of the girl. So for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna have us switch over with each scene. But the other thing about the girl is that at any point, asking permission, of course, you can take over the girl. So if it's in the middle of a scene and you're like, you know what? I really want to play the girl. Mm-hmm. You can ask the current player, hey, can we switch over? And you can take over the scene as the girl. And for simplicity, obviously, if you want to play two characters at once, that's fine. But don't worry if your character kind of falls by the wayside while you're playing the girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so... And that's all you have to do to stay safe. Just follow these instructions. Thank you for being patient and listening. And the little face in the tree that has been giving you some exposition fades back in, and it's just tree bark again. And I cut that out partially because this is a fairy tale, and therefore justification and exposition is not a super big priority. But the other reason I cut it out is because you're kind of distracted. There's a lot going on. So I would like to first ask, Tom, how did you get here? What's going on with the girl?
I want to say that I was on some kind of field trip, but to the driest possible location where everybody has to stand very still in a line, quietly, listening to someone drone on about. And then in 1893, this house was opened up to hay manufacture. The straw was dried over here in this section. And it was, ironically, to counter this literal dryness, it was just a gray, wet day, gravel underfoot, crunching in the, not exactly drizzle, but like dampness, bundled up in coats in anticipation of rain that never actually comes. And it's also way too warm to be bundled up for rain that isn't actually raining. So it was there that I was just staring off into space, looking at the trees in the woods out back, and I saw something impossible scuttle around a tree and slip into the woods. So I decided to follow it and see what I could find.
And you found yourself in the forest, like you had been, but eventually the forest started to shift. A breeze rustles the canopy, and the shifting greens of the moss and the ferns and the grassy forest floor are bright against deep purple leaves. The light is dim, but will-o-wisps illuminate the path before you. Welcome to the Plum Tree Wood. Whether you find it comforting or eerie, you're here for a reason. You're looking for the little stone bridge, and it's right down the path. You couldn't say exactly where things started to change from the dreary forest to this beautiful, magical, amazing, fantastical place. The impossible thing, you lost track of it pretty quickly, but you're here now, and you've met a couple people. So, how did the girl find you?
So back in the present day, we've got the face in the tree. And she thanked us for, like, being patient, right?
Yeah, listening to all her warnings that you weren't listening to.
Okay. And I gotta, there we go. There's the voice. Woohoo!
Yes.
Oh no.
So we're gonna turn over and we're gonna see a puffer fish that has its like face completely puffed out, and then the puffer face goes inwards and it shapeshifts to this horse lady face, which goes, oh, thank goodness! I never thought we'd be able to speak again. This is the fawn. Specifically, her name is Dap the Fawn. Dap is a shapeshifter that can only shapeshift her head. The rest of her body cannot shapeshift. Dap was found, Dap is a bit of a partier, a bit of a goinger. You know, she's a big deal somewhere along 20 years ago. Now she's in a sideshow act. So that's where she was seen. But yeah, she is in this extravagant, very dirty and muddy and not recently used outfit. It is this fancy gala, big Broadway star kind of thing. But last she was seen, yeah, she was in the sideshow act as a diver.
I feel like I want to ask the girl why she took this horse along.
Am I still the girl for this scene, or is someone else?
Well, I really took her in, really, showing her the wonders of the world from, the first perspective.
I think we could keep you as the girl for now, if you're all right with that.
Yeah, I can do that. I took along Dap because she looked like she really needed a friend. Needed to get away from what she was doing right now.
All right.
How dare you call me out like this? You come to me at my horse diving show and attack me like this.
How's it feel, Kyle?
Thing is, I'm not even the GM, so I can't strategically cut away to somebody else at this moment.
No.
I just have to sit here and linger in this shame.
We've utterly killed Hallie.
I'm just so happy that horse diving became relevant.
Why don't we move on to Ari's character?
Sure, I can do that. Another horse, but this one doesn't dive.
Another horse.
So what you're saying is that This is a horse girl.
Inadvertently, yes.
I guess so, yes, I suppose so.
I'm waiting for Tom's ogre to have very horse-like qualities, like a long, majestic mane of hair.
Okay, so in this forest, there were some like abandoned houses, and in one of those houses, the girl heard a voice that was inside, so she went to look at what it was and found that there was a little rocking horse that kept asking like, "Shay, is that you? Did you came for me?" And then I don't know how that goes, but basically it's this little horse that was abandoned by her owner, Shay, and has been waiting all this time for her in hopes that she comes. But she can't leave, like she was found stuck because she has waited for so long that webs have formed and like cluttered her. It's a rocking horse, but it has wheels underneath and cluttered her wheels, so she can't, even if she wanted to move, she can't move. And the girl helps her to leave. And she, even though she realizes that the girl is not the girl she's waiting for, she will follow her in hopes to find her owner. Because she's still convinced that like maybe something went wrong and that's why she hasn't come back for her.
All right. Callie?
Oh, yeah. I'm a character. So I am playing the Runaway book, which is kind of like a lost kid from Peter Pan. I know they're all called Lost Boys, but Muffy is a girl. She, her pronouns.
Oh god, I didn't say the name of my character. The name of my character...
Oh no!
It's Scout, she, her pronouns. There, continue.
So, when Muffy met the girl just suddenly heard a, hey, from above because Muffy was in a tree. She was very high up. She was on a very big branch, very high up in a very big tree. And she definitely didn't get stuck up there after climbing. And she definitely also isn't afraid of heights. And she also didn't do that specifically to conquer her fear of heights and then couldn't get back down because she couldn't conquer her fear of heights. That is not what happened. But luckily for the girl, you know, she happened to cross Muffy because once she was there when Muffy got down, but once she helped Muffy, who chiefly got stuck in this world because she was also running away from boredom, promised to take the girl on a field adventure, because field trips are boring. "I'll show you around," she said, and the girl was very lucky to have Muffy definitely that way around.
Tom.
So, somewhere along their adventures, the group stumbled upon a giant named Tomlin. This is the ogre playbook from the game itself. Tomlin, he, him are his pronouns. They would have found him in this old mill pushing a grindstone around. And when they came in, he actually would have tried to hide behind the grindstone, which is difficult because it's a bit smaller than he is, and just sort of peeked out at them. He looks mostly human, but is very like hairy, a bit furry, and also wears like big coat, big boots, that sort of thing. Very old-timey young man look. And he would have explained that he had left home because everyone made fun of him. He needed to become tough like the other boys. He found a wandering teacher who could train you to be tough. So he would carry heavy things for this man all day, but then he also had to earn his keep and was working in this mill too. At some point, the girl would have pointed out that it sounds like this guy is just trying to get Tomlin to do a bunch of work for him instead, and would have invited Tomlin join them on their quest. And he liked this girl and her friends, and so he wants to join in. He has a voice that sounds more like this, or I don't want to take up anyone's time. It would be nice if people back home were kinder to me.
All right, so for one reason or another, you are now following a small, strange child.
Made it clear she's following me.
Uh-huh.
Keep telling yourself that.
And also, one thing about Scout, the horse, she like has wheels, but also she has a little like string that like horses, like wooden horses sometimes have. So like the girl can like grab it and like
Pull her along.
carry her along if she wants. Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Is the girl doing that?
Am I still the girl?
I'll be the girl, and I'll be pulling her. If that's okay, I have to ask.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Scout would be like, you can take me if you want. The floor is not very flat, so I have a hard time to move by myself. So I like if I'm carrying along. Hopefully as close to where Shay is.
Oh, that's quite all right, the girl will say. And she will kind of jolt Scout over a little rock, like a particularly difficult patch to get wheels over.
Please be a little careful, because it does hurt my wheels when I'm pulled too hard. But thank you.
Oh, I am so very sorry. I will be much more careful.
It's okay.
You know, I've heard there's songs out there about clear, perfect roads in the forest. And I want to do a forest chorus where I recall a song about the place I'm currently in.
Oh my god.
Yes.
On a good roll, it will transform the environment, making a nice, clear, perfect road. On a bad roll, it will do the same thing, but with one very notable difference. I got an 8.
Okay.
So, on a 7 to 9, ask the guide what was the next verse I had forgotten. So, Dap goes...
Give us a song, Kyle.
In the forest mired with strife and sticks, even birds! And her face turns to a little like bird and does like tweet, 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 find themselves caught in the thick. But if you go on a certain road, you'll find that there are things to behold. So for this one, on a success, I transform the environment. I would get to control that. So as I'm singing, we can see the forest thick up ahead start to clear out so that birds can go through.
Oh, nice.
And the road in front of us becomes smooth and, I can't say golden.
Golden,
We're not
yellow
going
brick
down
road.
the yellow brick road.
The road in front of us becomes smooth and paved.
And silver brick road.
Could be gilded. Could be shiny.
But I have forgotten a critical part of this song. What was the next verse I forgot?
The only trouble with the fact that there's sunlight and birds singing and open air is that a lot more flowers are growing. And that's great, but it's also very, very tempting. Because these are special flowers. And they're whispering to you. And they really want you to step off this path. If you had been listening to the exposition from the tree lady, she could have told you this. She said the whole song and everything.
Yeah, I'll remember that.
Look, Tomlin, at least, is going to clap his hands together in a loud boom. He's very pleased by the song.
Yeah, and while a horse would normally get distracted, I'm so caught up in my adoring crowd and the song, which I couldn't remember the next verse, so I just re-sang the first part again, which is the thing I, Kyle, do. But it gets you trapped in a loop because you never finish the song, so you never feel fulfilled, so you just keep singing the part you know. So I at least am too distracted to notice the flowers.
I think... So the girl is focused on pulling Scout along, but because changing the terrain is so tied to pulling Scout along, the focus becomes, oh, now it's easier to pull Scout along because there's this nice road. But by the nice road are the flowers. So the girl is definitely entranced by the flowers and wants to hear their whispers.
We have secrets to tell you. Are you curious?
Curious and curious. That's one of her moves. That's why I said that. I'm very clever.
Are you doing that move?
Yeah, because it says if you're willing to participate in a peculiar activity, your answer will be surprisingly clear and helpful. And she's like really willing to talk to these flowers. As a girl who wants to be a scientist, this is, a novelty. So she's leaning down next to the flowers with this magnifying glass that I just decided she has in one of the many pockets of her trench coat. And she pulls it out and is trying to inspect what botanical / anatomical properties could be bestowing these abilities upon these flowers.
It's open for interpretation a little bit. There's someone's waiting up ahead. For you.
For me?
One of them lies.
Oh no, not this. Does that mean there are 2 someones?
2 or 3 or 4, but one of them lies.
Just one?
Just 1. Or 2. Or 3. Not 4.
I'm afraid this is not a very specific hypothesis. That was very bad. That was so bad. I'm sorry, Ari. It's specifically Ari.
That's not a hypothesis!
That's not a hypothesis at all!
And another flower pipes up. That's not a hypothesis, ma'am.
Ma'am, I'm a flower accountant.
All right, let's rewind and rewatch an episode of Dinosaur Train.
Okay. What she'll say instead of that thing that I said that was extremely bad because my mind went blank.
I remember that rise.
Well, that's just not very specific information to go on.
Well, we are flowers, and we're mostly just trying to tempt you off the path. It's not our job to tell you true things. Maybe we're the liar.
Out of curiosity, at tempt you off the path, is the girl any farther off the path than she was at the beginning of this conversation?
I don't know, is she?
I don't know!
You did say you were willing to participate in a peculiar activity.
Okay, she's probably pretty far off the path. Yeah. I've separated the party. The girl is missing. The girl's off the path.
Oh, dang, is she taking Scout with her? Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was going to
I don't
ask,
know.
because if she leaves Scout,
I don't know. Work with me.
Scout would just be like, oh, I guess another one left.
No. Oh, no.
That wasn't my intention. But what if she's pulling Scout, but part of the effect of straying off the path is that the string gets longer the further away that she gets, so that she's still pulling Scout behind her, but it's
That's really fun.
they're being separated.
Oh, I like that.
That's real good.
And actually, I think a fun way to resolve this, if it's alright that I suggest this, is because Tomlin is busy clapping at Dap, who's busy singing, and Scout's busy
Just moping.
having a crisis.
Yeah.
Which means there's only one person that interferes. So if you're alright with it, Hallie, I'll tag you out of the girl,
Yes, please.
and I'll just say that Dap is making the road super far ahead of the rest of you.
Getting caught up in her little song.
Yeah.
The problem, well, maybe it's not a problem, because Muffy has been riding Scout this whole time in my brain, just sitting on Scout while the girl was pulling them along. But maybe when the girl leaves and starts pulling Scout through the underbrush by the flowers again and the string gets long, it knocks Muffy off, and at first Muffy thinks,
Oh no.
this is just Scout being like, please get off of me again.
Oh no.
What's the big idea? But she was knocked off close enough to where the path still is that she can see that the girl is disappearing further and further down. And she's lived here for a number of years. She doesn't know how long it's been, but enough that this is her home now and she kind of knows what's up where. So she is actually going to go get Tomlin, because Tomlin's probably closer because Dap is so far ahead on the road by now. Hey, Tomlin! I think there's some trouble with the flowers.
Oh, what can we do?
Hey, Scout, we're coming for you!
Thank you.
Yes, we're coming.
Where are we going? Are we not going down this path?
She went into the flowers, right?
Oh, it is harder for me to go on that terrain, but I would rather us not to be separated, so we can go see what she is up to. Maybe that's how Shay got lost.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my horse is very...
Your horse is so sad.
Tomlin will sort of shuffle, hands in his pockets, like, why? Oh, I can bring her back if she can't come back. Do we need to pull her back? And I'm not sure if move mountains or stand tall would be more interesting here.
Mountains!
Yeah, let's do it. Let's use the elements. So Tomlin will take a hand out of his pocket, whistle, and at that whistle, the earth will just sort of like come up in a lump and start just like scooting the girl back to the road.
Oh my god.
Assuming, of course.
Yeah, what did you roll?
Well, I haven't rolled yet.
Oh no.
A 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 4. So I must ask you, Emily, how do the elements get out of my control?
So remind me what element you wanted to use
I was whistling for the earth
for the earth.
Oh no.
to pull her back.
Yeah.
Pull her back.
Well, I was trying to make this cute, but
You can still make it cute if you want. You can ignore Kyle.
No, please, not again.
the flowers, which had been whispering, start to scream as the earth ripples. Their roots are formed from the earth.
Oh no! This is becoming Watership Down. Like, oh, not a cute movie with cute rabbits.
You've created a safer path for everyone, but it's not quite as bright.
This fairy tale is certified grim.
Not suitable for all audiences.
Tomlin just looks horrified. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt them. I'm sorry.
The girl, who had been looking at something right next to the flowers,
Oh no. Oh.
turns over with her magnifying glass and goes, "Oh, I must have found my way back to the road." And she turns over and she sees Tomlin and everybody else, and she smiles and she waves to them to let them know that she's there.
Oh.
How did we make something so unimaginably cursed as this? I don't think any of us, other than maybe Kyle, were trying to like do cursed things.
No.
And Kyle was just gonna make like a weird horse lady.
Anyways, I'm ready to go to the next place.
Let's go. Let's leave this place and never speak of us again.
Well, welcome to the announcement break for Girl Underground. That's my game. Girl Underground Part 1. It's me, Emily. I GM'd. Our theme song is Into the Wild by Miracle of Sound. So we're halfway through the mid-season. We really hope you're enjoying it. We definitely did. Personally, I only cried 3 times trying to GM something, which I think is a personal victory. If you are enjoying it, we'd really love if you recommended the show to a friend. This is a really good jumping in point because there are some really cool systems, they're all different genres, and they're small, self-contained episodes. Part of building up to season 2 is making efforts to grow our audience, and we would really be grateful if you could help us with that. Thanks so much. Girl Underground Part 2 will be releasing on Monday, January 17th. I remember Kyle's outro. We will see you then. I mean, you will hear, I will listen, you will listen then. Yes.
want to tag me out for the girl, Tom, while Tomlin thinks about what he's done?
Sure, I'll take a turn with the girl.
So you have gone further down the path. It is free of temptation now.
Yay!
And life.
And other life, yes. And the next place you find yourself is at a bridge leading out of the forest. Underneath, there are large boulders covered in moss. A little trickling stream winds around them. A man lounges along the parapet on one side, and at your approach, he hops down and bows with a flourish to the party. He's tall and thin, and he wears a coat that is half yellow and half red. He also has a red and yellow striped scarf and the hilt of a very cool sword sticks out of a scabbard at his hip. Be careful. It's very dangerous.
Oh, what's the danger?
Monsters, of course.
And what sort of monsters would live across that bridge?
All kinds. There's not just monsters across the bridge, also there's monsters under it. That's the more pressing matter currently that I am about to take care of.
Why didn't you?
Well, I just recently got here and I was taking a break. And then I noticed someone was coming, so I was like, better look cool.
Dap has her arms crossed and looks to him, who has been here the entire time she has, and looks back at the rest of you.
It seems awfully strange to take a break so soon after getting somewhere.
Well, it was a long ride here. Do you ride? And he motions with his head to a very cool, fantasy-looking motor tricycle. They're little flames.
Just little ones.
Tiny, tiny one.
Tiny little flames.
Dap again. But you can tell that she is enthralled and definitely wants to ride the little motorcycle.
Muffy is the same. Her eyes are saucers. She's impressed.
I admit I have never seen a contraption like that.
I ride. I'm cool. My hair flows in the wind. I'm a little rough around the edges, but in a cool way, and I just save people, kill monsters, that kind of stuff. And I'm currently about to kill these monsters under this bridge, so if you'll excuse me.
Is the motor carriage nearby? Because I want Scout to approach it as a little bit towards the tricycle and do a spirit in everything where she will try to talk with this motor tricycle because I can converse with something normally inanimate, and she would just approach it and be like, "Has your rider friend slain many monsters?" And I'm gonna just
cutting straight to the core.
Oh yes, I rolled an 11.
Ooh.
So what story does it tell me?
The story it tells you is actually a bloodshed.
Oh.
This man kills monsters, and he kills them really, really well. And, the tricycle is horrified, but also admires his bravery and is happy enough to ride along.
She will directly talk with the guy and say, "I think you're very brave, but I don't like you."
What do you mean you don't like me?
You are scary, and you have killed a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what makes me great.
One more question, if you don't mind. If these monsters are so dangerous and so scary, why didn't they get you while you were resting?
'Cause my reputation precedes me. Not that I need recognition or anything, it's, or, I need them to be tough. I just am focused on making the world a better place.
Sounds like hot air to me. And Dap's face changes to a dragon head with a slithery tongue, and she just shoots out fire out of her mouth as she says hot air to me before returning back to the horse head.
This man is gonna hop back, and his hand goes to his sword. Cool. Well, I was gonna leave you alone, but maybe you're also monsters.
Oh, haven't you finally accept it?
No, you're not going to hurt any of my friends. And she's gonna pick up a stick from the ground, and a big one too. Could really hurt yourself with one of these. Definitely not allowed to play with this sort of thing back home. You're gonna get out of our way and let us cross, or else.
And as the girl does that, she can feel a little bit of magic around the stick. I want to do as you wish. So as you wish, roll to offer to grant a wish to the girl, and she accepts. So I want to offer to the girl the ability to transform this stick into something that will actually terrify this guy.
Can I have a sword with a magnifying glass on it?
Oh my god.
Oh, darling, we have to treat you to dream bigger.
Did she dream bigger?
No, so this is a 7 to 9, so I do it. Oh, the girl may re-roll and add 1 to the total.
Ooh.
So you can
Oh, the girl's action.
Yeah, I can re-roll my move.
Okay, so I use this move horribly wrongly, but I'm still going to commit to it. So, yeah, this becomes a sword. It may or may not have a magnifying glass, because my question to you is, how does this wonderful, beautiful stick transformation leave you wanting more?
Well, so you see, maybe I should have thought about this wish before I made it, because the magnifying glass is just like on the pommel end, but wouldn't it have looked really cool if it was like in the cross guard? So you hold up the sword and then you look through it, and I don't know what is actually practical here, but it's...
Ah, that's cute.
There's nothing cute about this.
Oh no, a little girl with a little sword and a toy.
You better leave us alone, otherwise we'll have to protect ourselves. We are crossing that bridge, together, all of us.
Whatever, I wasn't even here to fight a little girl. I'm busy. And he will start stomping down the side of the ravine that the bridge is over towards those rocks.
You can also decapitate them.
Snickety snack.
That's available to you.
I mean, murder is a bit of an escalation, but...
Heated iron shoes, dance himself to death.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Murder is a bit of an escalation for this child to specifically do. But...
to be
It's
fair.
an experiment. My hypothesis, when I
It's
stab a man, he dies.
Okay.
But I think when he stomps down, she's gonna try and, kick him down and steal his sword.
Kick him down. Yes, PG rated.
Look, it's not just out of a desire to be PG. I just was thinking of, what is the most scamp thing I can do here? 2 swords, that's it.
2 swords.
I love it.
So here's my question. Because Kyle was partially successful, can I at least add a +1 to my shenanigans as a result of that wish?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tom, what is the move you're doing? Because you haven't said that.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I should specify. I am refusing to mind my manners because, this was very much building up to young ladies must not roughhouse. Well, I'm getting rough with this guy.
Yeah.
So what's the new belief?
Oh, do I have to make the belief before I roll or after?
You can make it after.
I'll make it after because I want to see how this goes first. And that's going to inform my future worldview. It's a good thing you did that, because with the +1, it is a 7.
Oh.
I have rolled 2 1s on the same die.
How do you go too far in the process?
Looking out for you, kid.
Decapitation. Dedication!
I'm happy for you.
Also, yeah, how do you falter or go too far in the process? Is that a question for me or the guide?
Yes, that's for you, baby.
That's for you.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
This story is certified grim, not suited for all audiences.
Twice in a row.
If you don't want to, like, murder him,
well,
there are many options.
There's things worse than that.
Anyway, rather than embracing the certified grim rating, I might Disney this a bit.
Oh, okay.
Let's say,
Throw off a cliff?
well, no, so
It's being like river on one side, spikes on the other.
Like some vines?
no, please, no. Tom, I'm gonna try to do this like a little bit nicer. Everyone else, the most horrifying Disney deaths.
Do it.
I'm gonna say we gotta look at the monsters down there, and unless you've planned something specific that is different from this, Emily, I want them to be like crocodile people.
There is now. That's what's happening.
Surprise!
When I kick the man, he tumbles down the ravine towards the bottom, drops his sword, and then when he gets down there, the previously scared crocodile people come out and start licking their chops menacingly, slowly surrounding him. I was going to have the girl just be like, oh, I mean, well, and then just like grab the other sword and like, well, we should probably go.
Muffy is suitably impressed.
I was going to give the second sword to Muffy, just like hold it out.
Yes!
Here, I thought this might be the sort of thing you would think is cool.
Muffy's eyes are even bigger than they were when she was looking at that sick tricycle, which she's gonna steal if it's available.
Oh, no.
So will take the sword and go, "Thank you much, Captain," and she's gonna salute the girl. "I think that was might brave of you." And then she is gonna steal the tricycle that's Muffy's now.
Dap jumps right behind her and is like, let's go! And off camera,
A tricycle
he's going to use Wild Rumpus, but I'm not going to roll for that.
Muffy brandishes the sword ahead of her so that they're like jousting on this tricycle.
Oh, well, no, Scout would just say to the tricycle, like, I don't think we hunt any monsters, so you should be less scared now. I still miss my owner, but I think that you won't miss yours with us. We are much kinder.
Thank you.
Anyway, beliefs. Yes, as a result of this refusal to mind my manners, I have codified a belief. Murder is okay. That's not it. It's not it.
Also, I hope you know, Tom,
The anti-hero backstory.
that is going to be the episode cut, is going to be you saying I've codified the belief murder is okay.
No, please. All right, but then like after the music plays, it's me saying, no, that isn't it, please. That's not it. It just immediately sprung into my head. I couldn't not say it. But I'm going to go for the much weaker sauce. It's okay to fight to protect people you care about. That's a belief that's not murder is okay.
Also, because I messed up and no one else did, today is a non-cussing episode.
Ah, yes.
I forgot about that.
Roger that.
I will try my best.
I'm going to bleep it all out if it is there.
Okay.
But please be merciful to me.
I will bring back my substitute teacher mindset.
Should I be like a scolding parent or teacher
we
every
have
time I catch someone?
A swear jar.
Yes, and it goes to me.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
I'm fine
You're
with
the
that.
one who makes money. You're the one with the paycheck.
It's true. It should go to me.
But it's their game, so it's their swear jar.
It's true.
When you're the GM, you get the swear jar money. That's how it works.
This is bullshit. That's right. I said it. Anyways, I'm derailing too much. I'm gonna just
$30 to my Venmo.
Is it $1 per swear? Is that the rule?
Yeah, unless you're Kyle.
Okay.
No, I think 50 cents per swear.
All right.
All
You
right.
better put like little marks if you catch yourself or if somebody catches them.
Okay.
All right.
It's gonna be fun.
I like it. I like it.
I thought it was just assumed that I wouldn't want whales, so I didn't think I had to specify it.
Well,
Kyle.
You made the girl afraid of whales, Hallie.
Okay, I guess in retrospect, I did lay down a plot
Oh
point
no.
where whales should show up.
I asked you
And she
two
should conquer her
questions,
fears.
Hallie.
It's coming back to me
I
now.
asked you 2 questions, and one of the answers was whales.
Okay, that's...
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Whale.
No.
My mouth is dry because it's hot, and I'm full of fear.
valid.
It's my natural state of existence. Hot and full of fear.
Yeah.
It's like, who isn't that way 101% of the time?
It's very.
Who
very-
among us is not constantly in terror and existing?
If you want pictures, I have pictures that I can show of how I'm envisioning this horse.
I want pictures very badly.
Okay, so this first picture is just what I mean when I say a rocking horse with wheels, because like it has the rocking part, but it also has wheels underneath the rocking part, so it can move. But the actual horse looks like this, which is a very creepy face.
There it is.
It has these like carved eyes and this like smile. So like the horse itself doesn't move. You can only hear the horse and like see it move and stuff, which is the more unsettling thing about it. And its facial expression doesn't change. That is how she looks. So do I have to come up with it because you're saying it?
No, it says ask the guide, which is the
It's
GM,
Emily.
Oh, the guide. I thought it said the guy, and I was like, who is the guy?
Ask the guy. What's up?
I know a guy.
I think you forgot the chorus about the gold part. Oh, dang it.
Listen, see, here's your problem. Look at this. You forgot that there's a curse. You sleep for 1,000 years after you finish singing this song. Only way you can wake up, gotta get the magic apple at the end of the road. Only way. Something just hit me. Did we ever say our girl's name this entire recording?
We haven't
We
yet.
have not. I thought we were just gonna do that until somebody called her by name.
Oh no. Do we want to stop and say that, or do we just want to roll with it?
Well, the players make the girl. Do you want her to have a name? Or is this
At
too
this
late?
point, 30 minutes into the episode, I'm willing to just commit to she is the girl.
We can have it as a Patreon Patreon.
Find out the girl's
Her
name!
name is and I'll just bleep that part out.
Yes.
Thank you. That was not her voice at all. What was that? That was like Ness. What the was...
Mark it down.
Swear
I
jar.
marked it.
Swear jar. Swear jar. Swear jar.
I don't know what that was.
Yes.
This is her voice. This nasally thing.
Sometimes changing owners, it may be for a good thing. Not in my case, but it can be for you. I didn't try to like attack the girl. I just tried. Okay, maybe that came out very wrong. That's not what I meant.
Why is every character the shadiest
I
character you've ever
I
played?
don't know. I didn't mean to throw shade.
What a shade thing to say.
I think that needs to be your fairy tale curse. I was cursed to
Let's
only
rewind.
ever speak shade.
No, let's rewind. I didn't mean to say it that way. Just like,
We'll join you all in 3 episodes when Ari finds a polite way to say whatever she's trying to.
no, let's rewind.
Also, fun fact. Actually, I'll mention it later.
Okay.
That's a better idea.
I assume that this was only supposed to be.
This wasn't the plan.
This was not the
Was this only like the first 5 minutes
Wait, was
of
that the main villain? Was that?
Well, here's the thing.
Because I remember you talked about a confrontation. You're like, we're gonna meet the villain.
It's fine. Let me just revise my plans
No. Hold on. I explicitly
Maybe
didn't.
he can have a twin.
I explicitly didn't kill him there. I never described him getting eaten.
That's true.
Only that the
It's
crocodile
true.
people were settling in.
He can come back for revenge with a crocodile army.
Yes, and he has a peg leg.
and running away from the crocodile that ate his hand, and now
And he's Captain Hook. It's Captain Hook.
it's Captain Hook. We made Captain Hook's origin story.